Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mamaw. Today I want to share with you my first project for the month of September with Crafters Castle Challenge blog. And our sponsor for the month of September is My Besties. Also, before I forget, I want to let you know that we are also sponsoring a YouTube hop the 15th of September. So make sure that you come back for the 15th and check out each designer link. They will all be in the description box. Now, what I'm doing for today is I am going to make a card using My Bestie's digital papers and a little cutie pie called 3D Autumn. She is such a cute little image. Let me move this out of the way. She is just I love her colors. She has kind of a green color and she's got beautiful red hair, so she's got a lot of autumn fall colors in her. So she's called 3D Autumn. I'm also using papers that are called Grunge. This one is Grunge 1. I inserted already a sentiment called Falls in the Air. I used colors that was within the paper, the darker colors in the paper. I just kind of copied the colors with my silhouette and I inserted Fall is in the Air. I thought, it needs to be more like it's all part of the piece. So this is going to be my top layer, and then the Grunge 6 is going to be my back layer. So let's get started. First of all, I want to put together my little 3D Autumn. I got glitter. I always have glitter everywhere. And I have not ever used this size of a 3D piece, so it might be a little bit of a challenge for me because I've got her kind of small, but she's just so adorable. And I wanted to make sure I used her for my card. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my 3D foams, my little stickers. And I think the first thing that I'm going to do, there's that glue, that glitter glue. You think you clean it and then you discover you didn't. And then I always wind up with glitter on my face somewhere or on my cat. She has had a few glitter on her nose. But it's just the way it is in my crafty world. So I'm going to put some 3D foam pieces onto the back of the layer that would go on top of her. Now what you do with these layers is that you start out with the bigger one, of course, on the bottom, and then you go to the next bigger one, and then you go to the next lower size, and then the next lower size until you get to the very last piece. And so you're decreasing in size, and there will be pieces that are gone, like here, you don't see her body on here. Okay, so each layer will decrease. So this one is the full layer, and if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to do layers on these, but I think it will be so cute to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my 3D foam onto each piece, but let me get the next layer first. And because there's a little piece right here, I want to go ahead and put a foam piece there too, because I don't want anything to get torn or lost in the layers. So the more layer or foam I put on it, probably the more stable it is. Use your discretion on it. You can also use the next size up to put like in the middle of her. And I'm going to kind of check her and see if, see how that is. That's real unstable there, so I want to make sure that I get her on there good. I think, you see that one's empty. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a piece right there too. That might be an overkill, but I'd rather it be an overkill than for them to fall apart. So I'm going to kind of fix it first before I go on, and you may see this, or may not see this. It may go out of camera for a little bit because I want to make sure I get it on right. So you kind of have to match it up a little bit as much as possible. Okay. very gently with pieces that have those little fragile pieces on it, like this here. You want to be very careful to take off that protective sheet. Sometimes I think I take them off and I don't. Or they stick to my finger. Yep, that one's already off. And you probably saw one on my finger just then. And I can't get that one off. Sometimes my nails just won't grab hold. Okay, let's put that aside. And I'm going to get this down here closer to me so I can see it better. I want to kind of look at it from the top down, so you may not see it on the camera. But I think it's really important that I see it. I think what I'm going to do is kind of layer her piece by piece and kind of get her even. There we go. So now, you know, there's a majority of it is hidden on the bottom one, but you see little pieces down here at the bottom and on the side that are up here that are still exposed. So now I'm going to the next layer, and this one doesn't have as many little pieces that could fall off if you're not careful, if you don't want to pull too hard or tug too tightly or anything. So let me get some more foam out. So I'm just going to make sure that I get my foam pieces in the right places so it will be stable. And like I said, it may be an overkill on my part, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I can't get this little piece of paper out. It'll come out probably at the wrong time. There we go, I got it. Like I said, they just, you know, the static on these things just really are very, very clingy. Okay, so now my next layer, I want to match her little pants here because that's where her the picture ends on this layer. So her little pants here and a little piece looks like a ribbon maybe on her leg. So I'm going to match that up, pull it over, and you can see that you're having the 3D effect is happening. Love that effect. So on my next layer, get my scissors out of the way. Get my foam. So I'm going to set her aside now, and I am going to get my papers so I can cut them out, and then we'll work on decorating that. So let me cut the top or the bottom first, and it may change in the size. I'm not sure yet. It may have it different. But let me cut out my paper here, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I have my papers cut, and I am going to see how it looks here. And I think I'll probably put foam dots on them too. I also am going to, because they're called grunge, I'm going to go ahead and make them grungy simply by using my tool. And I forget the exact name of it, but it is a Prima tool, distressing tool, and it has different pieces that you can use to make the look that you want. So I'm not extra careful, but I don't want to get too too fanatical with it. Oh, maybe I should have kept that like that, but okay. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a pop top on this. And I've got some washi tape I might use. I'm not sure yet. This actually was given to me by my sister. She said I used what I needed, now I don't need it anymore. And I'm like, what? You don't want it? I'll take it. Sure thing. And some beautiful colors in here too. They're kind of tangled up with each other, but hey, I can deal with that when somebody gives me something. You know it? Let's see if I want any of this on here first. You know, when you do your cards and everything, you just have to kind of figure out what you want to do. And that might be too bright. Let's see what else we got in here. It's got a really pretty fall color in here. Okay, now I am going to take, now this is just a base front of the card for now that we're working on, that I'm working on. Let's see, that might have been too big. No, that'll be fine. I think that'll be good. So I'm going to put the foam dots on each, or foam circles, whatever you want to call them. And I want to put one in the middle, and I think I'll put a couple of middle sizes in between too, because I want it to make sure that it's in a good, you know, where it won't do a lot of bending or something, where it's not supposed to bend. Okay. That looks good, and I'm glad I put that in there in the middle. Now let's see about her. Okay, now she is just so cute. And the thing about this, because she is so dimensional, an awesome thing to do for this would make a gift card box for your card. Or you can put this into a frame and go ahead and do it that way, and make look like a little fall image. Now I'm going to take her off for now, and I'm going to add some glitter to her. I'll be right back. I love my glitter glue. I mean, that's just something that I just, you know, I love to work with. I'm going to put some glitter glue on her. Boy, if you could see my desk right now, it's a mess. I think I'm needing some more glue. Now this is something I just got today. Let's see what it's like. This one's called Sparkle Rider. Let's see if it really will sparkle. Anyway, she's got some glitter in her now. And because I've got glitter on my paper here with that little stripe, I'm going to add some on here. Because, just because it's fall, doesn't mean a girl can't have some glitter. Okay, I think that's all the glitter on there that I want to do on that color. see how she looks here. Okay, I love all the shine and everything. So, and if I make a card out of her, let me measure it real quick here. If I make a card, she's going to be approximately, not quite, but she's going to be about 5.5. And let's see if it's 5.5 over here too. Yeah, 5.5 by 5.5. So, if you do a card with a dimensional like this, like I said, you need to make the envelope with some extra depth to it, or just make a little gift card box and try that. So now that she is drying, I can't really do anything with her. I am going to come back and work on her some more once she's dried. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have finished my card. I may do a little something extra to it, but for now this is what it's going to be. Now you can see the glitter. I love this washi tape. But now I've decided to go ahead and make a box for my card, because with her being dimensional 3D, I need some space, some depth, because an envelope won't do it unless I make it an extra deep envelope, which in the long run you may as well make a box instead then. So this is the bottom of my box. I've already put it together, and this is going to be the top of my box. And what I did is, let me show you. What I did was measure the size of my card, and it was a 5.5 by 5.5. So I made the bottom of the card, like, let's see, 5.5 by 5.5. I made it 2 inches bigger, so I could do a score line of 1 inch on each side, which would make the box inside to be take up 2 inches, so then it would be the 5.5 inch space. So there it is right there. So the top of the card, or the box, is going to be like 1/8 of an inch bigger than that. So I made it 7 5/8 by 7 5/8. And then what I did was do this, like I said, I did the score lines, but then I folded the score lines all up, and then I started cutting. And what you want to do, and I'm going to show you with this last one here, is that you have this over here, so just turn your card, do it on all 4 sides, and you cut along the score line. And don't cut in this direction here, you want to cut into the tab itself, and do a little angle there. And that's all you do. You do it on all 4 sides so you can make your box lid. Now to tape it together, you can either tape or glue it. And I used tape for this, so I just tape each side. Glue might be better to adhere longer, but for time's sake I'm going to go ahead and use the tape, the snail tape. Not really sure if that was right or not to call it snail tape, because it tapes right away, but anyway, it's not a liquid adhesive. So you're taking all 4 sides, taping them down, but make sure you put the tab on the inside of the box, because it looks much better. And I see here that I didn't go far enough over, so this is one of the things about taping it with adhesive, is that you can take it apart easier. If you glue it, liquid glue, then it's going to be harder to open up. In fact, you probably wouldn't be able to anyway. You'd probably tear it, which is what I would do. I'd tear it. So just make your score line even with the edge of the box. Okay, so now all of them are put together. Make sure the box lid fits. Okay, so it fits perfectly, so that's good. Now I'm going to leave it together like that. And I am going to start decorating the top of my box. I may add some washi tape along the side of the box just to give it some color along there. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just going to make it pretty simple. So I'm going to take my tape, my adhesive, run along the side of it. Put them in the middle there. And now you can do either direction for the top or the bottom. I'm thinking, looking at this here, it still could go either way, but I think I'm going to put this at the top. So I'm just going to kind of center that. I was thinking if there was something else I wanted to do. Okay, now I had cut out 2 sheets of this grunge paper, and I can't remember which number it is. I think it's 4, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I have cut out some of these areas on the second sheet, because what I want to do is put this here to give it a dimensional level also. So I'm going to take my 3D, and I'm going to place along each side. So I'm just going to kind of line it up with the other flower as much as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so see there, it gives it a dimensional look to it. I like that. If I wanted to, I could double the dimensions, the dots on there, but I think doing it one time is okay. Okay, so I've got that decorated as far as that part of it goes, but more than likely, I'm thinking I need more to it. So I'm not really done decorating it. So what I am going to do now, because I just wanted to show you how to make that box using my scoreboard. You don't have to have a die cutter or anything like that. You can just cut it out and score it by hand. And remember to take your card top or your card and make it 1 inch on each side bigger. So if it's 5.5 by 5.5, you want it to be 7.5 by 7.5, and score each side 1 inch. And that's the way I did. Now you can make the lid, you don't have to do 1 inch, you could do it smaller, but I like it this way. At the end of the video, you're going to see the finished product and how I finished decorating this, because I will do more to it. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. And please like and subscribe, and check out all the links below to the Crafters Castle blog for the challenges and all the other design team members. And remember, there is a YouTube hop coming the 15th of September. Thank you. Have a great day.